we just spent an epic 2 days overlanding in the shadow of Mount Lassen. You're not going to want to miss this one. We stopped in a national park, saw some of the more popular sites, and then from there we escaped into the Lassen National Forest, where we put in the miles, found the trails, and searched out and found some epic camps. We didn't know where we were going, we didn't have much of a plan, but it all worked out. Oh yeah, and we stopped and fished the legendary Hat Creek. Did we catch fish? I don't know. This whole trip was spent with my best friend Chris since the 2nd grade. I'm 48, almost 49 years old, and we've been friends for a long time. So that made this trip even more special to me. This was a trip for the soul. Trips like this don't come too often, and everything just fell in place, just like it always does. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna share my halibut fish taco recipe too. We had some epic meals at camp, and we saw the sights. And man, Lassen did not disappoint. This is an overlander's paradise, but you really have to come out here for yourself and see it, and you have to put in the miles. And we grinded for a solid 2 days. So stay tuned, you're not gonna wanna miss this one. I'm Paul from C2 Overland, and this is Mount Lassen through my eyes.
The what? The mud pot. All right, so we made it. We're at Skunk Works, or Sulfur Works. Here's the famous mud pot. So here it is, the mud pot. That's what everyone comes to see first when they come to the park. Sulfur smells super strong, H2S gas, but it's a really cool geothermal feature to check out. It's real easy to get to too. You can see each parking lot's right there. So super easy to get to. Hit that one on your way in. And this is the other side. Take a walk up and read the placard for this creek. So that's where we're gonna head. We're gonna go to Bumpass Hill, and then we're gonna go to Lake Helen. What do you think? Are you impressed? Well, that's it for Sulfur Works. We're gonna go to Bumpass Hill now. Alright, so we made it to Bumpass ass hell. And there's a ton of people here, but I'm gonna get some cinematic shots of this place, share it with everybody. Just gonna do it live. We're doing it live. This place is cool. It's worth the hike. It's probably 1.5 miles in, 1.5 miles out, and I think it's like a 700 or 800 foot elevation gain, which isn't that bad. If my fat ass could do it, anyone can. So it's a little bit of a hike if you want to come over here and check it out, but it's not bad. I saw a lot of grandmas out there, so you can do it, but it's worth the hike. And apparently they just opened this Monday, and today's Thursday, so we got lucky to even get out here. Yeah, there's not a lot of people out here. How far does it go? That's it?
When me and Michelle were here, we couldn't even go up there. This whole side was closed.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if there's like a lookout over to there, because we didn't get to see it actually.
That hill is the one you come down. It's about 800 feet of elevation gain. It's not that bad. The trail's really accessible too. It's a well-defined trail, a national park trail. So super easy. I think it took us like 20 minutes to hike up here. And there's a bypass on the trail at the end on this side that might cut you some time. If you take the alternate route, it'll take you right to the photo spot. Huh?
It does keep going, but this is getting
Yeah, let's go up there and get a shot. So I'm gonna go to the top lookout.
You gonna walk? Well, worth the hike, I'd say.
So here's a fun fact about Bumpass hell. A man named Bumpass, his leg fell in one of the geothermal mud pots and he burned the hell out of his leg. So they called it Bumpass hell because they realized hell was a lot closer than they thought. Anyway, that's the rumor, but you can fact check me. And now there's like 1,000 people here. So we're gonna call Bumpass hell finished. Now we gotta hike another 1.5 miles out of here, and then we're gonna go to Lake Helen and cool off. So that'll be the next place. All right, so I decided to get inside Lake Helen. It's pretty cold. I don't even know how cold it is, but I can't feel my body, so it's pretty cold. But I don't see any of the brave souls out here. But here's some real lake shots. There's Lassen Volcanic Peak. That's one of the plug volcanoes in this area. And a thunderstorm just moved in and we heard lightning or thunder crashing, and there's people up there. It's probably not a good idea. But let's go for a swim. That's where we're parked at, right on the side of the road. All right, I'm getting out.
We're not gonna get caught anyways. It's not like we're behind it. All I gotta do is jump in there. It'll follow me. If someone comes, I'm just putting this right back in my fridge. Use as much as you want. Dude, I just have so much more crazy.
All right, so we're at Lake Helen. We got a cool little spot right off the side of the road. As you saw from the video, I jumped in there. I don't know how cold it was, but I'm gonna find out. Pretty cold though. I couldn't feel my body. So I waited till I got pre-hypothermic and then I got out because I got hungry. And I saw Chris eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and it made me jealous. So we're just checking out Lassen Peak and we're waiting for a thunderstorm to roll in. The thunder's cracking and there's people up there. And I'm shooting a time-lapse video of it. And maybe it'll storm, maybe it won't. We're just hanging out here. We're having some beers and some prosciutto. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. So we're just gonna be chilling here. And then we're gonna leave and we're gonna go find camp after this. So stay tuned. So there's a huge thunderstorm moving through the national park and we're gonna get out of here and go find camp and start the overland part of our journey. And I'm getting hungry for that fish taco dinner. So that's gonna be cool. So we're gonna go find camp. Lightning just literally struck right in front of my Jeep. So that was cool, but I missed it.
So I'm gonna leave the dash cam running in case lightning hits again, but it's feeling real Jurassic out here right now, and that's always cool. I always love making a quick swing through the national parks. Lassen Volcanic National Park is beautiful. It's not as busy as all the other ones, not as popular. So it's always a nice stop to come through here. And I'm going to save a few things to bring my wife back and let her check out too. And we'll spend more time out here. But it's time to get the overland portion of this journey started. So let's get it done. All right, so we found a sick camp right by the stream. Chris is already chilling and we're gonna get dinner going. But this camp is way better than what I expected. Right next to a creek. And we're right on the border of the national park. So pretty cool, but I'm gonna get cracking on dinner and then we're gonna relax and chill the rest of the night. I made the fish tacos. I just kept the full recipe in a separate video to save time here. Check it out on my YouTube channel. It's called Dirt Road Diner Fish Tacos. Dirt Road Diner is a new segment where I go deeper into the cooking side of these trips. So, halibut tacos are on the menu. We're gonna take a white onion, some fresh cilantro, all the way onion. We got some limes and lemons. There's the halibut. Caught that on Sunday. We got some mayo, some hot sauce.
And I swear, this JetBoil Genesis, I can never run this propane bottle out. Turn it down low. Let's get this oil going. We're gonna fry the shells in this too, and the fish. You don't want to overmix your batter either. You want to just get most of the lumps out. Hot sauce in your batter. Okay, dash of that. Hardly any salt in there, just a little bit. And when I do my fish tacos, I like to cut them in little spears. So there's 1, 2. Now the flour helps the batter stick on your fish. Valentina's my favorite taco sauce. Gotta get the queso fresco. Oh yeah, nice and crumbly. Alright, those are looking fantastic. Man, I'm giving away all my pro secrets. I'm telling you, I'm a professional at being fat. Alright, so here's how you do it. Take a shell, sauce, onion, cilantro, cheese, fish, more sauce, crema. A little dollop goes a long way. Then you hit it with some lime, some more white onion, and some more cilantro. Let's give these a try. Are we good? Oh, yeah. Oh man. Worth the maximum effort. This is a great spot.
Sleep good with all the fumaroles.
Mm-hmm.
Little Barrington's looking for some fish tacos.
We've been friends for 41 years, since the 2nd grade. We grew up together, lost a brother in Harry, and both of our fathers passed away on the exact same day. After everything, we're still standing side by side. That's not just friendship, that's family. After all these years, that means more to me now than it ever did. Well, that was a fun day. I'm up in the tent now. I got that stream right behind me to listen to all night. I'm gonna sleep like a rock. Probably throw a scary movie on and pass out. See you in the morning.
that was an epic spot, and I don't use that word lightly for camp spots. I was glad we were able to find it, and it was right on the national park border, so that was cool. So now we're headed to the world famous Hat Creek to do some trout fishing, and I'll pick this back up when we get there. I'm just driving on fire service roads now. There's really nothing to see here. The washboards out here in Lassen, well, compared to other ones, they're not that bad. I didn't even air down, so that's cool. But I'll see you guys at Hat Creek when we got the rods out. Hopefully we got some fish in our hands. So all I'm running is a bobber to keep me floating and a little leader line with 2 little egg weights on it just to get the line down there. And then I just got a small number 10 hook, and I'm gonna put some salmon eggs on there and just drift it down the stream into one of these water breaks and see what happens. And I'm just using Potski's gold label salmon eggs. And then I got some orange ones too, just in case these don't work. And all we're gonna do is let the line drift and the bobber do the work for us. There's a nice water break on the other side of that stump. So I'm thinking maybe there's some trout holding behind that water break. So I want to try to get behind it, and hopefully I don't get snagged. But let's give it a try. My lead's too long. I gotta shorten my bobber up. Alright, we landed right in that break. Maybe there's a fish in there.
There's gotta be some fish in that pocket. Jeez, it's about time. I was just gonna quit too. Oh, he's stuck. Huh? Can you see him? What? He came out. It's big. It's good size. Good enough. I'll take it. That's a nice trout. Oh my God, I worked for that fish. Jeez. All right. Storm clouds came out, dude, and the bite turned on.
Just gonna say something.
It had to be. Come on. Slippery. Oh. No. Oh no. Oh, that's a nice rainbow. Wow, what a pretty fish. Thank you. Back to the water. What a relief. Thunderstorm just rolled in and started raining. Not bad, but not even enough to knock the dust down. So now we're just down at the base of Mount Lassen, kind of in some flat stuff. We're looking for tonight's campsite. We're just gonna keep it low key tonight. Probably gonna fry up a steak and try to get some cool shots of Mount Lassen off in the distance. But we fished for 6 hours almost today. It was rough. But Hat Creek wasn't easy, that's for sure. At least not today, it wasn't. But as soon as the cloud cover came out from the storm, they started biting. Then I caught one, and then Chris caught one too. But we released them. So now we're gonna go find camp and chill out, take it easy. This is gonna be our last night. Then we're gonna get up in the morning, head home. I'm tired of washboard roads too now. They're not that bad at Lassen though. They're a lot worse in the Eastern Sierra. Out here, the washboards aren't as bad. At least the ones I've been on. So all the Lassen Adventure Trail washboards, they're not bad. I didn't even air down on this whole trip yet, which is crazy because I always do. I'll check back in as soon as we find camp. So we ended up finding a real nice camp. We're at the base of Mount Lassen, and we're right on Hat Creek where we've been fishing all day. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight with that creek going off in the background. But I'm super pooped from fishing all day. Chris already has his camp set up because he doesn't have to worry about making videos. And there's a huge thunderstorm right now over Mount Lassen, which is even adding to the coolness of it. So I'm gonna get camp set up and then maybe cook a steak or something.
I don't know, but there's something about cooking a ribeye in a thunderstorm that's comforting. Welcome to Paul's Ribeye Bar. Here we serve 100% prime ribeye. If you ever come camping with me, you'll find out what that's about. Perfect. you.